Dungeons and Daddies is a rowdy, horny, violent podcast for grown-ups. Content warnings can be found in the episode description.
Dads and Sports.
I'm watching the game!
Welcome, sports fans, to another episode of Dads and Sports. I'm Eddie, the rock star rock man, coming at you live, and that's my co-host,
Brock Braxton. It's not just sports here. We also talk about families and how much we love being dads.
Speak for yourself. I fucking hate my wife. That's me, Larry Snapple. I've got a chronic hacking cough.
Did not get vaccinated.
Hey, it's me, Trip Trigger, the handsome single dad with two beautiful kids. I'm a widower.
Ladies.
Just getting all the big trick.
Let's get on to the topic of the day. The game between Aaron O'Neill's trees and these teens that seem to come out of nowhere. Did you guys catch this? You guys catch the game last night?
I thought everyone had a great hustle out there, really rooting for them to save our world from what appears to be like a lot of bad stuff going on. And I really like that trick play between Scary Marlowe and Lincoln Lee Wilson. They had a lot of synergy going on there.
Incredible play. Incredible play.
What an upset. Look, I was talking to my bookie Frank. I had money on those kids losing for sure, but they pulled it up.
Hey, you're still betting, dude?
I thought you got that under control, man.
It's just like every so often on games that I feel like I have a good insider.
No, man. We talked about this, dude.
You know, let's go to the ads, and when we come back, we'll do a little session of dad therapy. How about that?
All right. This week's episode is brought to you by Man. Welcome to Dungeons and Daddies, not a BDSM podcast. Instead, this is a D&D podcast. It's about
Not when you say it like that. Wow. Hubba.
Where 4 teams from our world are sent back to our world to fix our world from the mess that our world caused when our grandparents and maybe kind of like Henry's whole family line fucked up. Anyway.
What the fuck? What?
Jesus.
Shit? What, are you kidding me?
I'm just saying.
Look, I know that Anthony gave me
there.
a special piece of paper this episode, and you guys didn't get any, and I get to open it, and you don't, but don't take it out on me.
Spoilers, well. My name is Freddie Wong. I play Taylor Swift, the anime-loving, stealthy, cool ranger.
That's my thing. I'm going to say boo now for you.
What? Why?
It's like the gasp for scary, but we don't like
mean and shitty.
Taylor gets boo. Normal gets ugh. Link gets aw.
Taylor's teen fact for this week. Taylor, of course, has ordered off of Amazon a series of wetting and sharpening stones for the various blades that he keeps at his disposal. And despite watching probably 30 hours of how to sharpen your knives YouTube videos, and his recommendations is just knife YouTube. Every time he sharpens or attempts to sharpen his blades, they get duller. He can't do it. He just doesn't know what he's doing wrong. But every time he tries to be time to bring the old katana to the whetstone, it just ends up slightly duller than it was.
He gets it in and cuts his hand somehow, too.
He has a set of Band-Aids nearby. He tells him, "Hey, Mom, I'm going in the garage to sharpen my blade." She's like, "Don't forget to bring some Neosporin."
I sympathize. We got really nice kitchen knives from Japan. We bought whetstones for them. And it's actually hey, they're getting dull, Matt. You should sharpen them. Like,
totally
all right,
Hanzo
let me
over
do
here.
this. It's like they're all worse now. Every time I do it, it's just they don't get sharper. I'm bad at whetstones. Hey, everybody. My name is Matthew Arnold.
Bad at whetstones.
Bad at whetstones. My name is Matthew Arnold again. I play Lincoln Lee.
We're on the time loop.
I play Lincoln Lee Wilson, schooled at home soccer kid who's the protective paladin of the group. A really quick fact about Lincoln. His entire relationship with Daryl, his grandfather, is just predicated on the fact that they both think it's really funny that football means football and soccer. That's the only thing they share in common. It's just nothing but jokes. Like Daryl could be like, "All right, kid, ready to play some football?" And he's like, "Of course." And he pulls up and is like, "Not that football, Grandpa." He's like, "Just kidding. I got this football." Psych, that's another football. Oh, it's just that. That's the only thing they share in common. And then they always end up just either kicking a soccer ball or throwing a football. That's it.
Wow.
So, yeah.
They also both hate liberals.
Anthony, this is my family, and Daryl has complicated feelings
About the liberals.
But Lincoln is Gen Z. One of the few conservatives in this
The heir to Ben Shapiro's throne.
I like that Link's not even Gen Z. We just say Gen Z as a generic catch-all word for anyone younger than us because we're old now.
I know. I like how anytime somebody says about millennials, we're all like, millennials are 40 now, but we just like Gen Z to everything. Everything's Gen Z.
Hey, everyone. I'm Will Campos. I play normally Oak Swallows Garcia, mixed-up mascot kid trying to make his way in a strange world and find himself. And aren't we all really?
Aren't we all?
My fact about Normal this week is that before all of this began, like the week before, he decided, like just as a backup plan, just in case, being a cool mascot didn't work out, his second step to get everyone to love him would be to set a Guinness Book of World Records.
Yes.
And he's like, you know what?
Fuck yes,
I
dude.
bet I could chew a piece of bubble gum longer than anybody on the planet. So this entire time, Normal's had a piece of Bazooka Joe in his mouth. And it's just back there. He's found this one spot to kind of stick it to, so he doesn't have to chew it all the time, but it's in there, and he kind of chews it whenever he's not talking.
He lost one tooth, but he refused to fill it. He just
Yes,
keeps the
exactly,
bubble gum in there.
No, he had a filling fall out, and he's got it in there. He's like, this is my secret. But so he every day after everyone goes to bed, he takes a picture of it to prove it's still in there.
And that's why he refuses to go to the dentist, because the dentist will find it. Like, this isn't a tooth. This is just gum.
He's dreading that day because he has a dental checkup coming up, and he's like, I'm gonna have to convince this
Listen,
dentist.
doc, this is for the book of this guy's book of world records. You just tell my parents everything's cool, okay? You got it?
Real quick, if you just start flossing 2 weeks beforehand, you can fool your dentist.
I love flossing. I floss twice a day.
I floss a lot too. I'm just saying that if you're,
I floss every day for it.
Nice. You know what? That's okay too. My name's Beth May.
The
and
Gen
I've-
Zers love that joke.
Oh, like the dance. Oh, okay. My name is Beth May,
I'm gonna leave the podcast now. Goodbye.
and I play Scary Marlowe, a goth punk seeker of darkness who is not like the other warlocks. Fun fact about Scary.
You could really hear the letters in that one.
it's spelled that way.
Fun fact about Scary is I, Beth May, am still in my injury era, my sprained ankle era, to say it in Taylor Swift terms. I said last episode that Scary had never been hurt playing soccer, which is true. The worst injury she's ever had is slamming her finger in her locker when somebody called her Terry at school. So this is pretty recently, and it's still a little sticky. It clicks. The old finger clicking.
I'm Anthony Burch. I'm your dad.
Hey, Dad.
My dad
Hello,
fact
Dad.
is, or teen fact rather, I guess. I realized the other day that I accidentally still have all the lyrics to the theme song for the Weird Al Saturday morning kids show on CBS. I still have all that memorized, and I didn't even watch that many episodes of it.
Whoa.
Give us a little
Wow.
taste.
I mean, it's a long song, but so this is a story about a guy named Al who lived in the sewer with his hamster pal. The sanitation workers didn't really approve, so he packed up his accordion and had to move to a city in Ohio where he lived in a tree and he worked in a decongestion factory and he played on the company bowling team, and every single night a recurring dream where he's brain leader, husband, and devour sour cream, but that's really not important to the story. And the very next year he met a dental hygienist who had a spatula tattooed on her arm, and he didn't keep in touch and he lost her number and he got himself a job at a tater dot farm. And he spent all his money on a split level cave 7 miles below the surface of the earth, and he could have made some money making dead jelly bean pickle sandwiches for what it's worth. Then one day Al was in the forest trying to get a tan and he heard the torture screaming of a
His
funny
nose
little
is
man. He was
bleeding.
caught in a bear trap and Al set him free. And the guy that he rescued was careful as can be. And it turns out he's a big shot producer on TV and he gave Al a contract. What do you know? Now he's got his very own Weird Al show.
Wow.
I didn't even know Weird Al had a show.
even know.
I'm sorry, was
Yeah.
that Anthony or Eminem rap guy?
Yeah.
So many memories of holding my loved ones that will be lost to the ether.
Just to make space.
Just to make
Before the
space for
final
that.
light goes out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what if that is the only thing you remember on your deathbed?
Then it'll be a life well lived.
Aw.
You take a deep breath, and for a second, you feel a lot of relief to not be underground, but the freshness of the air is counteracted by the fact that you are once again looking into the horrible underside of the Doodler.
Oh, man.
It's not great.
That's too much running. I flop down on the ground and start panting.
Grant pulls you into a hug. He's looking at all of you with a great deal of pride, and he says, that was great. You guys did a great job.
We do it for you, mister. I don't accept that pride. Don't nobody give him the sun because he wants to use it to blow up the whole. I'm sorry. I'm really tired.
And I brush off the hug. I go, It's not hugging time right now, Dad. That's his personal space, please.
Oh, no.
Damn.
Okay. Oh, okay. And he puts his hands behind his back and he stands up and takes one step back and he goes,
Okay.
I do want to talk to you about what happened in there, though. How are you feeling about the tree that you killed and that we took the sun?
Oh, I mean, I don't feel great. I don't know. It's a tree. It's sentient. I don't know. It's a lot to think about. I'm just happy we're out of here alive with, like, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not feeling great. I'm feeling pretty bad.
Okay.
That's why I
Good.
don't wanna
Good.
hug.
Great.
So,
Good.
like-
I mean, it's not good that you feel bad, but I'm glad that you didn't feel like an adrenaline rush, like anything like that.
No.
Hey, man, he said to back off.
Yeah.
Like, give him space.
Oh, okay.
Seems like you're doing okay, though. I mean, last time you talked to me, you were like, oh, I should die. I hate myself. Oh,
Well, yeah.
which is like pretty rough.
and then I saw you again.
Oh.
Well, that's a lot of pressure to put
Yeah,
on
that's
to
a
one
lot of
person.
pressure.
Well, I'm being honest. I can't. My defenses aren't really up. My brain's going this way and that way. I feel
Okay.
weird, but like, it was nice to see you. I do sort of deserve to die. That's not a big deal.
What?
It happens.
No, that's not a.
It happens. But you don't deserve to die because you didn't feel good when you killed the guy. So hey, good for
Yeah,
you. You're great.
I think
I'm so
you're
proud of you.
having big feelings right now, and it's not the time to discuss it. I think we both need to just process what's happened, and then we'll have a conversation soon.
I agree.
And Mr. Grandstad, I'd just like to add that as a warrior on the path of Bushido, it's often unclear what I'm supposed to feel, and I think it's supposed to be nothing all the time.
Grant turns his back to you and continues talking to his son like you didn't even say anything.
Hey, you listen. Yeah, really quick while we're here, mister. This is something you can do. I want you to apologize to these 3 wonderful friends of mine because you told me not to hang out with them and they were dangerous. But you know what? Right now, they're my family.
No
so,
need to
like,
apologize.
you apologize.
I am dangerous.
Yeah, I am dangerous.
Yeah, we're all dangerous.
And I'm your family, and I hug Lincoln. As
Yeah,
open
well-
personal space. Sorry.
yeah, it's good to ask.
Sorry,
no,
for sure.
you just ask beforehand.
Can I hug you?
Yeah, of course.
All right,
I'm ready
bring
for a
it
hug.
in. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Are we on,
Yeah.
bro? That brother?
Yeah, bro.
We're like brothers
We're
now.
bros.
You said we're family. We're like brothers.
Yeah.
Hello, Dad. I shake Grant's hand.
No.
He immediately wipes his hand on his shirt.
Link looks jealous just for a second. Like, when he's calling him dad. Wait, what? No.
Grant says, "Yeah, no, we all did a great job, and I think we're good to go home now. So let's, if you give me the sun, and then we can head back through the portal, and then we can deal with whatever's happening back there."
Yeah.
I don't think
That's not.
we're not going to do that, though, right?
No.
Yeah.
Keep the sun away from this loser.
Yeah, we got some information from another source that said that the Church of the Doodler was an interesting place to go, and maybe we could find out something there that would help us, come up with a less bad plan than the one that you and our dads came up with.
And that shouldn't be too hard because your plan sucked.
Okay, do you want me to come with you to the Church of the Doodler? Because we can go together, and then you can see that there's nothing there. Because I was there. There's nothing there.
You know where it is.
I mean, you do too, right? I think you guys have a map.
Just because you have a map doesn't mean
Yeah.
you know
It's
where it
hand-drawn.
is.
You never know how accurate it is.
Scale,
Sure.
Cartography.
1 second, Dad. I need to talk to my brother here. 1 second. Just give us a second here.
He goes, "Oh God, you're talking to me." When you said Dad.
Hey, so Link,
What's up?
do you want to bring Dad along? Your dad? I feel like I'm rushing into this, but like it
Yeah,
feels like you still
well-
maybe have some stuff to say to him, but or not. We can cut him
What do you
loose.
guys think?
If anything, he will be good cannon fodder.
Look, I'll be honest. I more or less kind of just followed, what my dad said, but I'm not really trusting them. So maybe you 3 can you're like my new dads, but just whatever you guys say. We're a team. So what do you 3 buddies think we should
Hell
do?
yeah. Who's your daddy? It's
Yeah.
me, Scary.
All right. Scary's
Yeah.
dad number 1.
Yeah, Scary.
That's right.
What do you think we should do, Scary?
Oh, shit.
See, natural leader.
Well, maybe we could get some more information about whatever happens with Grant around. But on the other hand, he might try to steal the sun back when we're not looking. He might try to get under our defenses, try to I don't know, be so edgy and cool. Oh, I'm Grant, I'm depressed, whatever. I'm depressed, so suck it.
Wait. I turned to Grant. Go home. Marco, it's been weeks. Dad misses you. What are you doing here?
Dad misses you
gonna
too.
Oh shit, he's got you there.
Damn.
Yeah, well, we're trying to save the world.
Yes,
'cause
which is
you
why
messed it up.
I'm trying to. We're all trying to save the world, which is why we should just go back now. If you want, I don't want you to go to the. It's just going to waste time. But I'll go with you. There's nothing secret there. I don't want you to see.
but
It's just boring.
But Dad can't not have both of us. At least one of us gotta go home.
That seems like an arbitrary.
No, I'd be sad if you both die in a car crash, I'd be less sad if one of you did. I'm not saying I want, but like
That's a wild thing to say. Why would you even be thinking of
you
that?
should be home.
What are you talking about?
Right now, Marco
I
has
was
no
losing the
family.
high ground as the parent here, but you just said that, and now I feel like I can say confidently that that's a little bit buck wild, son.
Right now, Dad has nobody.
Dad doesn't have nobody. Dad has us in the same way that I had you and we weren't near each other. We love each other. It's fine. But yes, we do need to get back as quickly as I can. I agree. We should all go back now.
I do a insight check on Grant.
Go
I'm
for it.
trying to suss out if he knows more about this place, the Church of the Doodler, than he's letting on.
Good idea. I cast Zone of Truth.
Yes.
Okay.
Zone of Truth is just something that the family does. They created a little circle and they say, you can only tell the truth in here.
Yeah, it's not even a magic spell. It's just something you always agreed that, like, no matter how bad it got, you could Zone of Truth.
What did my roll tell me? Let's start there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got a 20.
With a 20, you can tell that he is not explicitly hiding anything from you other than some possible emotional trauma. There are not plot things that he is hiding from you to be nefarious.
Yo, how rowdy do you want to get on your dad right now? I feel like he's telling the truth and that there was nothing there, but like I think there's some there and that nothing there. Do you know what I mean? Like I think there's some blood in the water. So it's like, I don't know how real you want to get with him or what all you want to learn about him right now, but
Well, we need to go there, right?
I'm just going to say it. Once you knock him off that pedestal, there's no putting him back.
I know.
This is our dad we're talking about.
I can't lose another father figure, Link.
No, it's really...
I'll be down 3. I get a free one with my punch card.
No, in the Wilson Lee family, we're all on the same level. There's no pedestal, but we sit at a round table. Every sequel. The real question is just us as a group. We need to go to the church, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
We got to go to the church.
Okay. We need
Do you
to
think your
investigate
dad-
all
can
the
we-
leads.
You know your dad better than anyone. Can we trust your dad to not screw us over or pull some move or try to steal the sun because he thinks he knows better than us? Like, should we give him the boot or should
Maybe
we bring
3
him
weeks
along?
ago, the answer would be yes, but not now. Here we go.
All right, well, then you
I'm
know
gonna
what to
cast
do,
Zone
dude.
of Truth.
Grant hears Zone of Truth, which is not a spell the way that your family does. It's just something you agreed upon as a societal thing that you will always tell the truth once Zone of Truth
Yes,
has
the
been
Wilson Lee
invoked.
family.
Yeah, the Wilson Lee family. So he goes, okay, Zone of Truth. And he says, yes, okay. He puts his hands up and he says, ask me whatever you want, Link.
It's probably helpful to have you come along to the church with us if that's what you want to do, because, more the better in terms of trying to survive. I mean, you're here to help us. We're not here to help you. So if you come along with us, are you going to betray us, be mean, do bad things,
Try
things
and
that
take
would
the
get you a
sun.
timeout, anything like that?
Everything that I have done has been to try to protect you, and everything I will do will be to try to protect you. That said,
That's some lawyer talk, sir.
I wasn't finished. Hey, I have I'm talking.
Oh,
This
I'm
is Zone
sorry.
of Truth. I'm telling you my truth. This is my truth.
Okay.
My truth is I may do some things you don't like, but it will all be for the purposes of protecting you when we go.
Sounds like your truth sucks balls.
You know what? I'll make a compromise because you talked all about Henry Clay and the power of compromise. I would suggest that I won't betray you. I won't try to get the sun until we're halfway through the Church of the Doodler.
So you're telling us when you're going to betray us.
I mean, I'm telling you when I'm not going to, which is the first half, and I might not in the second half.
I appreciate the honesty. I'm going to talk to my team here for a second, and then we'll decide.
Okay.
All right, guys, you heard it. My dad's definitely going to betray us at some point.
I might not, he says in the distance.
As much as I think that having cannon fodder is going to be helpful for anything that we might encounter along the way, I don't trust anybody over the age of 30. I say we dump his ass.
Yeah.
Okay, I think so too.
Okay. Yeah.
It's going to be a little hard. So if you guys could just...
Maybe
Yeah,
both
why
of
don't
the
we take
two
this? Why don't we
kids
talk to
can
Dad together?
tag team it.
Okay. Are you okay? Normal?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm great.
Like,
I'm
you
great.
call uncle or like any number of things like...
Why is that? I mean,
All right.
why would he be my uncle if we're family and we're brothers?
All
So, why'd you talk to him? I feel like I gotta think about
Okay.
some stuff. I'm gonna just go sit over here.
Dad and I have always been on kind of a rough patch.
Dad,
Yes, son.
we appreciate your offer of help, but the team and I feel that it would be best if you went home, spend time with Dad, and, help out over there. There's some weird stuff going over there. And yeah, you know what? No, you said you betray us. I just can't. I needed my space, not just hug space, but like you space. And I think you need space because last time you talked to your son, you said some rowdy stuff, and you should think about that.
Roll persuasion with advantage because you're in the zone of truth.
8 + 3, 11.
So it's an 11. He goes, I may not like it. I may not agree with it, but You said it in the zone of truth. You told me your truth, so I will accept this. Okay, fine.
Okay, well, I'm okay for a hug now if you want. It feels fitting.
I would like that. And he goes in for a hug.
Okay, I give him a hug.
How strong is this hug?
It's a good hug. You know what? Actually, you can tell, Link, that it's weaker than the average. His whole heart's not in it. He's a little disappointed.
My side too.
Yeah. Just a couple hover hands, just a weird,
Aw.
couple
Just
people at
patting.
Comic-Con talking
Lot
to
of
somebody
patting.
who was in Buffy, just like with a bit not really touching.
Yep.
Just like light contact, brief incidental contact.
Yep.
It's like an obligation. It's like never go to bed angry, never
Normal
say
watches
goodbye
this
without a
hug
hug.
and he shakes his head and like whispers to Scary, "That's not a good hug."
What would you know about it?
What? Fuck, Scary. God.
Okay. You drive back, I assume, to the portal?
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess we gotta
off this
drop him
kid at
off,
the pool.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
We're becoming more dad-like every single day.
Okay. And he points the direction to where the Church of the Doodler is, and he just says, just keep going down this road. And then it's going to slowly turn into a hill and get like almost vertical, but just keep going. And the church will be at the top of the hill. And good luck. You'll be fine. There's nothing. I mean, good luck. I love you very much. And he jumps out of the van.
Oh, Dad?
Yeah, sorry, he doesn't jump out of the van.
Just quick. Yeah, I love you too. Weird question. Do you love yourself?
He jumps out of the van. And you lose sight of him.
Oh.
I assume you drive to the church.
We're listening to Take Me to Church by Hosier.
This song means a lot to me right now. I wish I could go to church.
That's great. Yeah, that's right. Link's a homeschool kid who really loves church.
Aww.
You can draw whatever consequences you wish from that. Okay, so you drive to the Church of the Doodler as described by Grant. It is down a long, lonely road, bathed in darkness.
A boulevard of broken dreams, if you will.
You only slowly start to realize that you're rising in elevation as the ground gets steeper and steeper beneath you, but the cat has no problem dealing with that. You find things a little bit harder to breathe because you must be up actually pretty high, and the shape of the Doodler is getting closer and closer to you, and it's having a worse and worse effect on your mental health. It is getting more and more anxiety-inducing as you feel the undulating, scaly but slimy but furry but indescribable exterior of the Doodler's ass.
All right, guys, gear up. We all pull out fidget cubes.
Guys, this is having a really bad effect on my mental health. I just thought y'all should know I'm not doing well.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Scary. Jeez.
Yeah.
Try fidgeting harder.
Take my fidget cube. I can just grit out my anxiety, and I give you my fidget cube, and I just clench my fists and grind my teeth.
Yeah, cool. Now mark that you were twice as mentally ill as Scarius.
God damn it. No.
The idea that Scary would be pissed off by that is very
Yes.
I've been dethroned.
Scary just going no while she spins two fidget spinners.
The cat comes to a halt outside of what looks to be like an old cathedral whose spire is so tall that it looks to be piercing the flesh of the Doodler itself. But the place where the spire meets the Doodler's flesh, you can't focus on it too hard because it makes you nauseous and because it doesn't make sense. It's not close enough to pierce it, but it definitely is, but it's not, but it is. And it's very upsetting.
It's like a magic eye. Oh.
As you approach the door, you see a plaque on the front of it that is over the closed door that has the symbol and acronym of the Department for the Acquisition, Destruction, Deployment, and Investigation of Extranormal Stuff on it. And it has a note that says, it's closed.
Oh.
Dash Ron.
That's Ron?
Oh, guys, we're late.
Some guy named Ron closed this place.
As you say that, you hear like the sound of buttons clicking behind you. And what looks like a kid in like a soccer tee playing what looks to be like a single player version of Fortnite on a phone walks past you and he goes, move, son. And he moves you aside, Link. And he just touches the door and the door opens and he goes, ugh. As he looks down at his body and realizes that this is your dad, Grant, and he is reversed to the age he was. He goes, there's a lot of like extra psychic energy. Like, I mean, you know, right? And he points at you. Look at yourselves. And as you turn and look at each other, you see things that do not make sense. When you look at Link, you see a large beer-gutted, baseball cap wearing, stay-at-home sports dad with a beer gut. When they look at Scary, they see a mustachioed, no pants having businessman.
Don't look at me, I'm hideous.
When they look at Normal, they see a crunchy, munchy granola druid dad. When you look at Taylor, you see a rock and roll bard dad.
What about Hermie?
When you look at Hermie, you see a creature wearing a fedora who seems slightly non-Euclidean to your eyes. And then he goes, yeah, what's going on, everyone?
You guys all look old.
As you say that, as you say you guys look old, some of the memories of what's happened in this location begin to seep back into your brain. And you remember being Daryl Wilson, Link Lee Wilson's grandfather. You remember coming here with your friends, Ron and Glenn and Henry, coming here to try to close this place off. All the hope you had that this could be the final stand where you would defeat the Doodler once and for all. You hold those memories in the same brain with which you hold your current identity as young Lincoln Lee Wilson, as all of you do. The memories of your grandparents being in this place hover within the soup of your mind as the doors open and you see the interior of the Church of the Doodler. And you are filled with both the sense that everything's going to be all right and the sense that, not today.
There was a time when you could read between the lines. You know they never brought you down. They never brought you down.
So you see that the others around you have taken on what look to be the images of your grandparents when they were younger. You probably saw your grandparents a little bit when you were on the younger side. I've decided that the players will get to determine what happened to their grandparents. I will not decide for you by fiat.
And to be clear, I look like Glenn.
And you look like Glenn. I mean, nobody recognizes the person they're looking at because they don't know who
fucking
Glenn is.
cool middle-aged man in the room.
Yeah. When you say younger, do you mean like I'm Daryl as like a teen or Daryl as
No,
like
sorry.
the age of
Daryl is
season one?
in the age we ended season 1 on plus
Okay.
a few years.
Okay.
Like when you saw your granddad
okay.
looked like a granddad, like
Yeah.
an old guy.
So he's like 6'3" now and he's like 140
So he lost
fucking
an
built. He's in a supermodel phase, if I remember correctly, is what we had talked about.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Next to each of you, you see spectral forms of figures that reach up about to your chest or maybe a little bit higher that look to be ghostly images of your own dads when they were teens.
So Lark, Sparrow, Nick, and
Yeah,
Grant,
except for
team,
Grant.
like
Grant is
they're-
corporeal because Grant's actually here.
Yes, and the rest of them are like ghost teams.
Are like golden shimmery ghosts.
When we talk, what do we sound like?
When you talk, both voices come out in this moment.
Whoa, who are these guys?
So Grant hears both Ron and Scary's voice come out of this version of Ron Scary that he's singing, and he goes, oh, right, there's a problem. There's a way.
Wait,
to...
I want to say something too.
Yeah, I guess you two sound pretty similar, huh?
Yeah, everyone was told me I sounded a lot like
Henry.
Grandpa Henry.
Wait, Scary, is that you? Are you in there?
Yes, loser, it's me.
This is going to be really hard to edit with all the crosstalk.
That's why Grant goes like, oh yeah, we stashed something last day we're here. So he puts his Fortnite phone away and like still slouched over, walks over to a loose brick on the outside of the church and yanks it out and he pulls out what looks like a thermostat. He goes, okay, this is the timostat. We built this. Let me see. And he holds it out to you.
Probably me.
Probably you. Yeah, his
I'm
son.
his son father.
So yeah, so he hands it
Thanks,
to you. He goes, "Here, son, dad,
Wait.
dad.
Thanks, son.
Sorry, dad, son. Sorry, son.
Yeah.
Dad." And he hands it to you, and he says, "You twist it forward, you'll turn into yourself. You twist it backward, you'll get to access the memories of your grandpa, my dad, and you can sort of switch
Wait.
back and forth between them as you want."
So I'm me, and now I'm Daryl. Me, Daryl.
Stop, you're freaking me out.
It works for everybody as a group.
Oh, sorry, everybody. Woohoo! I'm turning back and forth.
Yeah, you see yourselves get really big, really small, really big, really small.
I turn back to we're all us.
Define us.
Season 2 us.
Season 2.
Us.
Okay. It's yes. There's literally a little down that says 1 and 2 on it.
Woo! Wait, Dad, where you? Are you Dad?
Yeah, so when you turn to 2, Grant turns into your adult dad, Grant, and he goes,
He gets bigger.
"Yeah, he does."
When we get smaller, he gets smaller.
It's like
Almost throws up, and the piece of gum falls out of his mouth.
No!
Save me, Dad! It's still
There's a
good.
fly
It's still
in
good.
it.
It's still in my saliva. It's still good.
Let it go, man. Let it go.
Indiana, let it go. So Grant says, "Yeah, sorry. When you tried to drop me off at the, I just snuck back on. I did a roll, and I rolled really well, and I snuck back onto the pussy wagon."
Okay, well, great. So you start this adventure with a lie. So that's
Cool.
good.
Yeah, like nothing we could have done would have prevented you from doing that. That's great. Yeah.
I could have rolled worse.
Your dad's a real loose cannon.
So wait, what does this do? Like, why when we turn this, we turn into Grandpa?
The church is a lot of really powerful nascent psychic energy from its connection with the Doodler. A cult built this a while ago, and we sort of infiltrated it because they were talking to the Doodler, and
The
so
foul taint of the warp.
kind of. And basically, you can use the thermostat to try to filter out some of those psychic energies to focus on just what's happening right now, or to focus on the things that happened here
Ah,
long ago.
So it's like a little psychic energy tuner.
Yeah, basically. You can sort of re-experience, re-remember, relive the events that happened here back when I was a kid as your grandparents.
You told us there's nothing here. This is not nothing.
This is basically
I
nothing.
believe I rolled an insight check, and
This is
I
huge.
was
Yeah.
not told that there was a cool thermostat that would turn me into my
Yeah.
grandfather.
Only here, though. It's only going to work here. It's not that
Yeah,
useful.
but, like-
I consider this nothing.
Yeah, I mean, this guy wasn't even my grandpa. This guy's like my step grandpa.
That's true. How do you
Yeah.
feel about that?
I don't know. I heard he died.
Really? Well, I mean, I
Oh.
guess that happens to everybody. I mean, it's not like someone you know, so I guess it's not that big a deal. I'd say I'm sorry, but
Well, I mean-
Freddie, you've been kind of mean to me lately, so I'm not really feeling like I need to extend a lot of,
I think you should be sorry for me. Like, who
Oh, I'm
knows?
sorry.
He could have been a really great guy. By the looks of it, he wasn't, but like he
Well, I
could have
did-
been cool. And now I'm really hurting. So thanks a lot,
Oh
Norm.
no, I'm sorry.
Slowly
Yeah.
turning the thermostat so you turning into your grandparents as you're talking.
I feel like as a note, the sound design should be the THX noise every time we do this, and it goes backwards and forwards depending on which direction in time we're going. All we know is that there's something in here, maybe that Mr. S. We haven't told you about the guy that there's something in here that can help us. So let's go check it out.
Oh, yeah, but first, why? And I point straight to my dad. Did you come here? You said there's nothing here and you're supposed to go back. Explain to me, sir, what you're doing. Why
Link.
are you back here?
Link, toggle the thing so that you have advantage over him.
Yeah, I get tall. I turn into Daryl.
So I think the
And
way
he
it
gets
works
small,
is
right?
it
Yeah,
doesn't
he gets small. When you do that, he gets small and you get
Yeah,
big.
look who's
does-
the big guy now, huh?
Does it send us back in time, or does it just
No.
turn us into okay?
It just turns you into a version.
visual.
Basically, the memories are floating around in the ether like motes of dust in the light.
It's like
And you
Assassin's
are-
Creed. We're inhabiting the body, but if we get too far from the memories, perhaps it'll go away. or
Yeah, it'll
something.
desynchronize. You have to restart the mission.
It's weird that when I get older, I get shorter. I feel like such a loser. Ew.
And you also, you have access to the personalities and memories of your grandparents when you were in grandparents.
Son
Yeah,
or,
you tell
or
him, man.
dad, there's too much actual love and happiness for you in this body, so I'm gonna turn back to me because I'm still angry at
Wait, no,
you.
no, I was sounding so
Turn
cool.
back.
As you turn back, normal in Henry's body realizes that Henry was chewing a piece of gum on his adventure. And as he turns back, he spits it out of his mouth and then as normal catches it and puts it in his mouth. He's like, I've been chewing this piece of gum for 30 years.
You already won.
Yeah, you win, man.
So why are you here?
Grant goes like, why am I here? A, to protect you, obviously. And then, to, get the sun back.
What?
To, what?
Yeah, you said to get the sun back. We heard it.
Okay, well then why'd you ask what?
Okay, well,
Well,
go.
maybe he meant like son, like you. Like, oh my
And
God,
to
I'm
get
like
you
doing
back.
the
There's
dumb
not- there's-
thoughts that this guy had. I'm saying all the dumb things that come to my mind. Son.
I feel like I'm two people at once and my memories are merging and I'm so cool. I'm so cool. Ah, whoa.
Grant says, if you want to find, there's a nexus point where you can feel the Doodler's thoughts. They basically built the church around that point. It's like a little throne in the center of the church. You can go see that. You can see there's nothing here, and then we can bounce.
What happens when you sit on it?
When you sit on it, you can sort of see into the Doodler's mind for a second, and it hurts a lot, and it can drive you crazy. Last time I was here, you'll see when we go in, so I can show you rather than tell you. But
Dang, I forgot. Grant worked as a video game writer and knew good environmental
This
storytelling.
sounds like some environmental story.
yeah, you might find some audio logs inside. If you want to go in, you can go in. I'll come with you, or I can wait in the car, whatever you want.
Yeah, why?
Because the cult of the Doodler was not a lot of cool people. Somebody might have found a way to get back in, or there could be dangerous things in here. I thought you might need help.
Hey, teen huddle.
Yeah, all right, what's up?
Or, yeah, we'll do a teen huddle. Teen huddle. I don't really trust my dad right now. Like, should we just send him back?
I mean, he's the only one who knows really what's going on, which is probably an argument to keep him around. But we
If
need
we
to.
believe what he's saying.
That's
But
true,
Willie's
good
back
point.
there, and like the other dads are there, and he's gonna try to take the sun, and like
I've got an idea. All right, hear me out. So for one, I do think he's not trustworthy, but sometimes it's better to keep an eye on someone you don't trust than to,
Yeah, keep your enemies close and your friend. I don't
Oh,
remember. How
We
yeah.
can keep an eye on him for one.
Okay.
And then here's what I think. I think we tell him we're going to leave the sun back at the Campos, but really we bring the sun with us in my backpack. And that way, if he runs away to go steal the sun, we'll still have it.
Okay.
yeah, he's pretty smart. I think he's gonna know we have the sun, but we can try to.
Well, what do you think?
I was just thinking we should just kick his stupid mean butt back home.
Wait. I happen to have a certain companionship with our feline mode of transport. What if we have the cat hold him under its paw the whole time?
Oh,
Like a mouse.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
You say that's true because if we let him go, like then he's probably just going to sneak back. We know we can't trust him to go leave if we tell him to go leave, and I'm not going to go all the way back to drop him off myself.
That said, he might have like context about whatever we see in there. Not that I believe him or anything.
Yeah. Okay. We'll do this. Dad.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So here's what's gonna happen. After this conversation, this is gonna be the last time I talk to you for a bit.
Whoa.
Well, yeah, you didn't respect my space. I said you needed to go home and we need space, but it seems like practically it's useful to have you here. And I'm part of a team now. That's right. A different team, a different family, you might say, that respects each other and listens to each other and follows the rules.
Is that what you do?
Yeah. We were.
Hey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. I didn't think I would say that out loud. Sorry. I didn't mean to.
Yeah.
Some of my nascent teenage self coming through there.
So you're gonna come along with us. I'm only going to talk to you through normal.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And I can talk to my dad, your dad. I get to talk to a dad.
Good luck with that. And I hope you respect my space because you haven't recently. Not now. You're not gonna get the sun. And if you try to get the sun, I mean, we don't believe in timeout in our family, but you're gonna be in trouble.
Dad, your son, me, Link,
Sure.
said all that stuff that Link just said.
Okay.
And, maybe you should tell Link that you're proud of him. Maybe he'd like to hear that.
Link, I am. Sorry. Normal, could you tell Link, your brother, that I am proud of him?
Link,
Yeah.
Grant said to me, I'm proud of you.
Okay. Well, I want you to tell Dad.
Oh my God.
I know. This is annoying. Just to tell Dad, one, of course, I know he's proud of me. It's not like a single fight changes that. Two, stop using positive reinforcement to like try to change the topic. And then also tell him not to indulge you in your fantasy of being his actual son.
I look at Grant and say, thanks, Dad. And I
Where we're going, do you think we all like look like big old mean adults?
Well, I look taller when I'm like this.
Okay.
But I guess I feel like, I don't know. There's something about me that felt like a strong businessman or something, like the other.
I say we roll in like this. We come in fresh. If we need the wisdom of our ancestors, we can switch
Yeah.
over.
That's true. We can always like use like a cool like we go into one room and come out as adults like, whoa, what happened like to them? Like, yeah.
So
let's
who
not-
would be saying
who are
that?
we-
Well, I don't know. There's maybe
impressing?
somebody in the church. I'm just saying like we keep our tricks up our sleeves.
You're saying that we have a
Oh, I see.
multiple
Yeah, I see no
identity
more.
if we need a do-over possibility
Okay.
as older people.
That's true. That's true. We
Yeah.
could essentially buy a lottery ticket twice. That's what he said.
We double it. You're right. Holy shit. Is there a place we can buy?
Let's go. All right. I walk towards the dungeon. I walk towards
We
the
all
tower.
walk in.
Okay, so you open the door to the Church of the Doodler.
And we all look like Aragorn doing it.
Yeah, all of you line up side by side next to the door and try to do the Aragorn push, which doesn't work because some of you are going to be on the edges, so you can't like put your arms out that far.
All right, let's all do it one by one.
One at a time.
Yeah, okay, so one by one, you Aragorn push open the door.
Yes.
To roll performance.
Yeah, if you want to roll performance, see how
my
good it looks when you Aragorn.
That's a 12. Pretty middling.
Not bad.
I got an 8.
Not great.
I got a 7.
Even worse. The worst one yet.
Scary gets her pinky caught in the door again.
I got a 19.
Oh, shit! The spitting image of Vigo.
Oh no.
The spitting
I'm
Vigo.
so tall that the other three are stumbling like underneath my wingspan like, as I do it.
Yeah, the camera pans down. It turns out you got a little help.
Yeah, you look like Gandalf with the hobbits. So when you enter the church, immediately you get dizzy because the ceiling is way too fucking high for how big the church
Oh,
is.
finally a ceiling tall enough for this guy.
You cannot see the terminal point of the ceiling. And the inside is much like a church that you might have experienced, in your childhood, if any of you went to
They had
church,
to
which I kind of doubt.
exercise me.
Yeah.
Whoa, really?
I was so badass as a child. No, I'm lying.
Did you vomit pea soup on?
I wish.
You could still do that.
It's just like a church, except there are black sort of tendrils, slimy tendrils coming down from the very top that sort of slowly seem to be snaking down and dripping viscous fluid onto the ground.
Just like the Bible says.
As you
No, I've never read it.
as you continue through the foyer of
Whoa,
the
careful,
church,
tentacles. We
You
know what
see-
they mean in anime.
you see some corpses littering the ground. Of,
Oh, God.
Some basically people in robes, some gray robes
Taylor's
with
gonna-
wild looks in their eyes.
Taylor's going to poke one of these with his finger.
All right, go ahead and give me a perception or investigation. or
Poke.
19
Poke.
plus 5, 24.
Okay. So you can tell these corpses have been here for at least 20 years, if not more.
Hey,
Taylor like leans over and like just And he turns to the group and he's like, these corpses have been here for at least 20 years or more. This is one of the skills I've developed, is I can smell corpses and tell the time of death. I've been training this as a child ever since, well, as a child. And then I find dead things and I smell them and I can tell how old they are.
Whoa,
Pretty cool,
metal.
actually. Hey, Normal, can you ask my dad if we turned the dial, if we would see how these people died or something? Like, is that how this thing works? Like,
Hey, Dad, if we turn the dial, will that mean that we can see how people died? Is that how this works? I said that right?
yeah, that's
Okay,
good.
cool. Yeah.
Let me know what he says.
Okay.
Link, yes. Yes, that's how it will work. We'll zoom back, just watch here. And
Link, yes, that's how it'll work. We'll
you.
tell that.
Okay.
We can zoom back and here, just watch. It's like,
and he
okay.
leans over and just
No, it's in my pocket. Excuse me,
Okay.
sir. Tell my dad to keep his hands where I can see them, but not reaching towards me, because I saw that, but don't touch me.
Tell Link says keep your hands where he
Okay,
can
no,
see
I got
them.
it. I heard him. It's okay.
Okay, everybody get ready. You want to see what happened to these fools?
Sure.
Okay. I'm like slowly turning the dial.
All right, and you feel your body slowly morphing, and you see spectral versions of the corpses on the ground. The corpses on the ground in front of you are corporeal, and you see these golden shimmering sort of spectral memory versions of them, sort of almost like reversing up from death, like you're scrubbing through a video timeline. One of the cultists on the ground, because again, you're going from reverse, sort of leaps onto your back and is trying to choke you from behind Link Daryl.
I stop it. Is it frozen in midair?
Have you like finished
No,
pulling
I'm like halfway through. Once
Okay,
he jumped on me, I just like paused.
Okay, so yeah, you pause it, and then you sort of reach at it, but your hand goes through nothing because this is the memory of it. So
that's
you're
freaky.
Yo, it's not real, man.
Okay, well,
It's
yeah,
like
you didn't get
ghosts.
jumped at. That's freaky.
I have memories of this ride where there's ghosts, but they're not really ghosts, and you get on like a doom buggy. Yeah, it's like one of those. These
All
aren't
right.
real. Oh,
Yeah.
but one could follow us home.
I keep turning it.
You keep turning it, you see one of the cultists gets back up and is facing away from Ron Scary, not seeming to realize that Ron Scary is there. You see another one stand up, and vines basically come up from the ground and start attacking it and constricting it in place while you see normal Henry extend his arm towards them. You basically see the middle of a fight in reverse motion. And when you complete your turn all the way to the 1 on the thermostat for season 1, in that moment, you remember being in this fight as Daryl and Glenn and Ron and Henry. You remember these cultists attacking you as you tried to peacefully negotiate with them to get through, and the fight that ensued. You can just describe what you did. You don't have to roll for it. You just describe it.
Henry turns to Daryl and says, Daryl, you had to just go in swinging again, huh? You just had to get in there, you know? I had him on the ropes. I was going to tell them, that we should all get along. I had some great Deepak Chopra quotes ready to go.
Daryl just tosses his second axe to Henry and just ignores him and just keeps swinging. He's like, hey, not now, buddy. We can talk about the way that this should have happened when we're done with this. I hear you. Feedback appreciated, but now's not the time, all right? And I'm swinging.
You cleave through one of the cultists with ease. One jumps onto your back.
Henry, watch out! And he's about to get killed, and Daryl saves Henry's life. And throwing an axe over his head. Hey, buddy, we can do an argument next time. Whoa, Glenn! And another guy's about to kill Glenn, and Daryl goes another axe and goes over Glenn's head and fucking gets him.
And then I look at Ron dead in the eye and go, like, Ron, Voltron team up?
Sure.
And then
Wait.
Ron, watch out for that cliff!
Oh,
and
no.
Ron stumbles, and I reach my hand down, and I pick up and I grab Ron.
All right.
And then you throw Ron onto
Nobody
my
except for Matt has to roll to describe what you do.
Ron jumps on my shoulders and we form like essentially this part in RRR where they're all standing on each other's shoulders.
Yeah.
And we're doing all of that. Like I'm leaning back and swinging Ron around,
And Ron's like, wee.
flinging business cards like ninja stars.
And then Henry just smiles and he's like, my boys.
Henry, in negotiation, they're supposed to meet us halfway, and I cut a guy in half.
So you see lined up against the wall also, you see your kids, Grant and Lark and Sparrow.
I turn the
and
bleeding battle axe, and on one side of the battle axe, there's a picture of Carol and Grant. And I go, I'll be back soon.
Well, no, they're up against the wall. They're with you there, physically.
I turn around and be like, I'll be back soon.
I know. And you turn to Grant, and Grant is strangling one of the cultists. He goes, yeah, I know, Dad. I've got it handled. Yeah, you don't have to say you'll be back. I'm watching you. And the fucking cultist's eyes are bugging out, and Grant just completely heartlessly just fucking closing his
And then
windpipe.
Glenn looks over and calls out to Grant. It's like, I taught him everything he knows.
And then Ron shouts, I taught him everything he knows.
And Terry shouts out, I taught him everything he knows.
You sure did, kiddo. Love you so much. I'm emotionally available now.
And while cleaving through 3 cultists simultaneously, I go, I love that you 3 friends help teach my son everything he knows. I appreciate you guys.
That's right. It takes a village. It takes a village, Daryl, to raise a family.
Now let's get back to killing
and
this
let's get
village.
back to killing this whole village together.
This is literally my worst nightmare. That we would spend a half a second with these dads and be like, whoops, season 1 was way better. Oh no.
They've also turned into killers.
You successfully kill
I
all
thirst for blood.
You successfully kill all the cultists. Your kid's a little bit older than when the Doodler was first revealed on Earth.
I used sneak attack. I used it now.
You got the extra damage die. You fucking slit a cultist's throat with ease. Did so much damage to him, it died. Terry's like, great job, Ron.
Thanks, buddy. Love you so much. I'm emotionally available now.
Yeah, you can stop saying that. You say it all the time.
Well, it's kind of like his catchphrase, you know?
It's a weird catchphrase.
Hey, you don't get to pick your catchphrases.
You really do.
Glenn, that'd be a great catchphrase for you.
It is my catchphrase,
I'm
actually.
trying to work
And then
on one where I'm just like, nice.
Glenn points to a shirt on his back, and it's a quote. It says, you don't get to pick your catchphrases, and underneath, Glenn Close.
Daryl goes, good parenting, Ron, and he tosses you a brew that is Ron and Daryl's brewery that they started together. And it's called the Sneak Attack IPA. I go, this one's for you.
The sneaky Goliath or whatever. That's-
Goliath. 6 pounds of hops.
I love
The only beer you can chew.
This is an IPA, an interesting person award.
Idiot.
Wait, what happens to Hermie? Anthony's playing with the Hermie figurine, and it's reminded me that Hermie's in this
Yeah.
with us.
You don't see Hermie. You see what looks to be a slightly non-Euclidean form that's wearing a fedora with
What?
pointy ears, and it's going, whoa, you guys got real violent real quick, didn't you? That's my boys. I love my boys. Say, how's my boyfriend doing? Have you called him recently, Glenn? My boyfriend, your brother? And your phone rings, and you look at your phone, Glenn, and it says King of Hell, and it's got a picture of your brother, Jody.
Oh, hey, sorry, guys, I gotta take this.
Jody's Satan now. Jody runs hell.
Wait, and he's dating.
And he's dating Scam
and
actually.
Hermes their offspring.
Hermes their son, yeah.
Holy shit, so much canon being established right now. And I pick up the phone and I go, this is David Jones answering for Glenn Close.
Jody goes,
Hey, what's up, idiot?
Please hold for Glenn.
Yeah, I know it's you, Glenn.
Hey, what's up, man? That was my assistant.
Oh, right, your assistant. Yeah, haha, impersonation. Oh, look at you, Bards. Look at you go. Look, have you gotten to the center of the cult yet? Did you figure out what the Doodler wants? More importantly, how can we kill it?
Glenn's doing that thing in like a Zorro movie where it's like the person swinging a sword at him and he's like dodging each one. It's like, yeah, we're kind of in the busy fighting off some of the cultists right now.
What? Oh, okay, fine. Well, look, just call me back when you're done killing those cultists, okay? You know what? Actually, I'll call you back, because if you do kill them, they're just gonna pop up here anyway. All dead and shit. Oh, and do me a favor, tell Scam actually that I love him.
You hear that, Scam?
Hey, Glenn.
Wait, is that Ron?
Ask Jody if he still wants to go in on our business ACAB beer. All cops are beer.
knowing Jimmy, Jody would probably be like, I don't fully believe that all cops are bad. I'm a highway patrolman. It's somehow slightly different. Somehow, I guess. Okay, so yeah, you dispatch the cultists.
I turn it back.
Okay, so you immediately, your bodies morph again. Your dad gets bigger. You get bigger also because you're so tall. And immediately the corpses go back and your memories are back to just being yours and not that of your
Whoa, our
grandparents.
granddads were cool as fuck.
Yeah, that was a lot of violence.
I don't
They did all
know.
this.
Grant's like, yeah, they had a much clearer sort of goal.
They
And
did.
Oh, man,
their
this is-
archetypes were a lot more clearly defined.
Yeah, they seem to like know themselves in a way that I never will.
It felt like really one-dimensional, just kind of swinging things around and killing people.
Yeah, they're kind of.
Yeah, people seem to like that, though. They had a lot of friends. The way is pretty much open to the throne of the
So
Doodler.
what were
if
you
you
guys
wanna-
trying to do here? Like, what were you attacking?
We knew that these cultists had found a way to communicate with the Doodler, and we thought that if we could sort of get inside the Doodler's head, we could find out a way to kill it or what it wanted and a way to get rid of it.
And
Did you?
Well, you could see what happened if you want to zip back, because you're not going to believe me because my own son thinks that I
All
lied.
right,
Well, I mean,
you
I
guys-
did lie to you a couple times.
You all
to be
ready
fair.
to go in again? It's pretty
Let's
wild.
go in. Yeah.
All right.
You zoom back. There's a closed door that you open after killing the cultist. So now that door is actually open in both timelines. In current timeline, season 2 timeline, you see a baby, not unlike the baby that you initially met/fought/ran away from when you first got inducted into Daddies. It is standing there with a upright adult posture, its hands behind its back, just waiting. Other than the fact that it's wearing a diaper and a mask covering its face, it seems to just be waiting patiently for you.
Hello, hey, little guy.
It's just a baby.
It, like the T-1000, starts sprinting towards you, its meaty, wet, baby, disgusting feet flopping and hitting the ground.
Whoa, close the door, close the door, close the door.
Normal narrows his eyes and says, "We meet again, old friend." And I charge straight at it.
All right, so it leaps onto you, and it opens its mouth, and you see that the mask is like a Batman cowl where its mouth is still exposed. So it opens its mouth, its bright, shining, glittering teeth, and it goes, and it leans in and it bites you on the chest as if it's gonna nurse, and you feel its teeth rip through your flesh.
Ow!
And then you hear
Quick,
a
go
suckling noise.
back.
Yo, oh yeah, I want to see what happens to the baby if I turn it.
You turn the thermostat and you go back to looking like your grandparents. And you see that back when they came in here, they were also fighting this same baby.
Whoa.
Except this version of the baby is not wearing a mask. And it, just like what happened in the present tense, it attacked and leapt onto Henry and started clawing at Henry and biting at his chest.
Oh, that didn't
I
help.
always told Mercedes Garcia I wish that I could breastfeed our children like she did, but this is much more painful than I thought it would be. Ow, ow, ow.
I turn it back to so they were teens again, and then I want to charge and kick the baby off of.
Okay, give me an athletics or an attack roll or whatever
Dude,
you
what's
like.
Kick it in its baby back ribs.
That's great.
What's incredible is that, Matt, you can choose back. If you want to do like foot-based attacks, you should be young version. And if you want like throwing football-based attacks,
that's right.
you just switch around.
Well, either
You're
whichever
sort of an army of two.
Damn.
solo army of two.
It's not funny.
Will ya?
Incredible.
It doesn't matter which sort of attack I was doing because I rolled a 1.
Okay, so you
Wait, go back in time and re-roll the attack.
So you just kick Normal in the face really fucking hard with your cleats.
God, ow, why
I
would
roll
you
for
do
damage?
that?
Yes, please.
1 damage.
Okay, so it didn't hurt that much, but you definitely take some
It
fucking
hurt emotionally.
some skin off his nose. Yeah, he feels like you were brothers, and then you immediately turned on him and kicked him in the fucking
So this
face.
is what it's like when brother fights against brother.
So
Scary
yeah,
help.
Maybe I'll have some cooler weapons as the other dude.
I toss it to you. All right, this seems like a good idea. I'll give this Beth to control. To Beth? Too scary. I toss you the thermostat.
I go zoop back to Ron. Oh, that's great there. I have my intense fish-o-rama fishing reel that can grab people and pull them away from things. So I'm just going to cast that.
get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm going to roll.
Yeah, give me a roll for that.
No, I'm rolling on the ground as Ron, like in a very cool way. I got a 15.
Okay, so the 15, you hook your fishing rod into the back of the diaper of the baby, kind of like a cop cartoon girl. You're the dog. And you pull the baby away, and it's still got its teeth hooked into Henry's chest, and it like stretches a little bit. Its teeth are fucking holding
Finally,
on
I know
tight.
the pain of motherhood.
The baby's just getting fucking pulled back, and it rips off, and some of the fucking chest flesh comes with it. But
Oops,
it is
sorry, Henry.
separated, and now it's running towards you and chasing towards you.
Normal
just
vividly remembers that one time when he was at the pool with Grandpa Henry and he asked Grandpa Henry why he only had one nipple, and then like Grandpa Henry just went real dark for a second and then just like shook his head and changed the subject.
I never have kids.
Wait, wouldn't the baby be dangling from the like a fish?
Well, I mean, it's pretty heavy. Are you holding the?
I'll roll
reel
I'll
it in.
hold it.
I'm gonna
Wow,
help
this,
Ron.
this one's a fighter. You got a big one.
I'm gonna wrap my hands around Ron's arms and help reel it in and be like, just like old times.
Thanks, Glenn.
Okay, go ahead and roll something. Animal handling.
Can I roll it as Glenn though on my character sheet?
Sure.
All right, is the animal handling Ron? Are you handling Ron or are you handling the baby?
The baby.
I got a natural 20, so it doesn't really
So
matter.
you get to describe what happens.
I reel in the baby, and the baby is chomping, and then I take a fishing photo with it because I also have a camera.
There's the 4 dads with beers, and there's like lawn chairs out, and you got the big fish.
Yep.
Okay, great. So yeah, it seems to be for the moment suspended, and the fishing rod can't do anything. And Grant, after finishing off the cultist, he comes up and he's like looking at the baby dangling from the fishing rod. He's like, we did something to like stun it for a while that like calmed it down for a bit so we could do some other. I'm trying to remember what it was.
I know what
did
you
we
do to fish. You just slap
not a
him
fish,
against
it's-
a rock. Oh, I forgot it's a baby, not a fish.
Well, we can still
Same physics probably
you still
apply.
slap
Well, Grandpa, what did we do?
I'm trying to remember. So it's wearing a mask in the future. over just the top half of its face. What did we do? I can't remember. I don't know.
This is just like in God of War 2 when your son gives you hints to get you the puzzle.
No, in God of War 2, they'd be like, hey, you should do this thing. Father, what if you got a different angle on the torch? And you're like, I haven't even started solving the puzzle yet. I wrote most of this. And people are like, we hate these. I'm like, yeah, no, that's fair.
Well, I know one way to calm a baby down when it's hungry is to stick your finger in its mouth so it can suckle on it. I'm speaking as a father now. I know that there's certain things you do to calm a baby down.
What if you sprayed it with poison?
What if I sprayed the child with poison? Glad no.
We're not trying to kill it,
It's one of Mother Earth's creatures. Even if it's that vicious, I'm not gonna...
Hold on. Daryl, what if we sprayed the baby with poison?
Just hand it over here. Daryl dips his finger in the 6-pound IPA and then puts his finger in the mouth, just like a little bit of alcohol on a baby.
It bites your finger off.
Gum. Well, I should have seen that one coming.
With a horrible crunch, the baby just like has it in its mouth now like a stogie. And it's just like it's like a fucking baby Huey from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Daryl just grimaces like, all right, buddy, that's right. You just suck on that pacifier there. Why don't you? And then I start rocking. I go, rock-a-bye, baby.
It's still feral, still clawing at you, still pissed off, still trying to
my finger stump.
Hey, Daryl, you want to cauterize that wound on my body? Because I'm red hot.
If you could cauterize it, that'd be great. And I hold my hand out.
I have nothing for you.
Henry gives a rueful sigh and casts a healing spell to grow your finger back. I have regenerate.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So your finger comes back.
So I should have used this on Walter's legs. I don't ever know why I never did that.
Is this a puzzle, Anthony? This is a little
Kind of.
puzzle.
It's a little combat puzzle.
Yeah, proposal. When he asked for the wound to be cauterized, I have Fireball. I could just cast it and then splash damage the baby accidentally.
Okay, if you want to.
That's not solving puzzles. You're able to kill the baby?
Well, the puzzle is the baby has a mask on, so we did something to the face of the baby.
You think we disfigured the baby?
That's where my mind went. That's what I thought.
That's a wild solution
Like,
to the puzzle. Wait. Just so you think, though, you thought Anthony designed this where the solution to the puzzle was we disfigure a baby's face?
And it's so ashamed that it puts a mask
so
on.
ashamed it wears a mask in the future.
I get it. I've got it. They want us to play peekaboo with the baby. So we put the mask on the baby and we're like, where's the baby go? Where'd the baby go?
I love it. And I
love
grab the thermostat and I crunch it back to the future. Where's the baby? Is it still...
It's dangling in the air for a second off of a fishing rod from the past, but then once you go to the future, the fishing rod disappears and it drops it down on the ground and then starts crawling up Scary's body to
We
try to
just
start
make a
beating her
mask
in the
in the
face.
future, Henry.
All
right, grab
turn
the
it back,
mask,
turn it
buddy.
back. Scary, grab the mask.
Grab the
Okay.
mask.
So do I roll to grab the
Yeah,
mask?
give me a sleight of hand.
Ooh, 17. I'm rolling so well
You
today.
really are. So you snatch with Ron-like reflexes the mask from the baby's face.
Is
and
it disfigured?
Is it horribly burned?
Yeah, it looks like a Phantom of the Opera. No. It looks like a normal baby, but
This
it
baby's
has...
been giving me singing lessons for months.
Wait, his face is a butt?
No, its face is not a butt. Its nose has 2 big bruises around either nostril.
I just start punching the nose of the baby.
Pretend to take its nose, Ron. What are you doing, Ron? Don't punch the baby.
I'm
This is
scared.
scary right now.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Where I'm jumping to the future. You're right. Well, you got
Get
the
his
mask.
nose. I
Get his
slam
nose.
the thing back to the past.
Oh, I got your nose, and I'm gonna get it in an aggressive way, even though I'm
Whoa,
saying
Ron,
it like this.
put that nose back, man. That's
no,
really,
I got,
you got it.
I got the nose, and I do the thing with my fingers where it looks like I
Okay,
got
well, you're
it.
holding the mask, so you're still gonna have to reach forward and take the baby's nose from it.
Okay,
You know, to convince
so-
it you took its nose.
But his mouth is chewing on my finger.
Yes, his mouth is chewing on your fingers. Actually, you don't have to roll for that yet.
And it's slightly sleepy because he's drinking a really strong IPA. It's like 20 ABV.
Yes.
Fucking like your oatmeal.
Yeah, it's like your
And then Glenn casts Programmed Illusion, which is a spell that makes an illusion just happen.
That's a hell of a spell. So
So
yeah.
create an illusion of an object, and it's the nose. It looks like the nose. I have a little sleight of hand.
So yeah, you reach out, you do the got your nose, and the second you do that, the baby like looks at its face goes white, and it looks at you in terror and it goes, and it starts clawing at its own face, like, and it feels the nose because the nose is still there, but it's like, and it's reaching out to you, and then just goes,
And I'm
then,
not
like,
gonna give it back.
and it goes, oh,
Yeah,
and it
punish
just
that
freezes,
baby, Ron.
freezes in shock and just sort of stays that way, just frozen in fear. And you feel in the past that was exactly what you needed to do to get past the baby, and you stunned it, and it was not willing to do anything to you so long as you held its nose hostage.
Damn.
All right, well, just put that in your pocket, and maybe we'll give it back
Yeah,
to you, little guy, when we're done.
Put this nose in my pocket.
It steps forward and is like,
Oh, this hits different as a dad. I want to his nose back.
Okay, so yeah, you've solved that in the past at the very least.
Oh, we gotta do this
all
in
right,
the
let's-
future.
oh,
though.
yeah.
Wait, no, I don't know that. I don't know anything about the future. Well, yeah, we did it. Good job, everyone.
All right, so with the baby sitting there unable to move while you have its nose, the path forward to the throne of the Doodler that they've built is open.
Did you say something, by the way, that the other kids are here?
Yes, your kids are here.
Okay, and it's like that's just like memories of them, or what is it? Or
Yes,
is
it is
actually them?
spectral memories of them. They were here, except for Grant. None of them is here corporeally.
Okay.
But the memories that when you did this, you were doing it with your kids. You can see actually outside the open door that you just came through, the Odyssey is there, and it's just full of what seems to be monster hunting weapons and X-Files ass like, devices for finding weird shit. It looks to be like the origin of Daddies was probably in the back of the Honda Odyssey. You built this out of your garage.
I'd like to volunteer a detail. And when you
Please
look, it looks like it's moving, like the wheels are spinning. But in fact, it's because it has 20-inch spinner rims that are continuing to go. So
Pretty
it
cool.
has the illusion of movement at all times.
Very cool.
Great. That definitely got you out of a couple scrapes where some people rolled some bad perception checks about how to aim their shots.
Here's
at
what it
the
was. They're like,
van.
how much do we lead it? But look at the wheels. Look at how fast the wheels are
Exactly.
going.
Hey, grandpas, you want to go move on, I guess? See what's behind this door?
So behind the baby, now that the baby has been dealt with, there is just two very big, large wooden doors that you can, once again, if you wish to,
again,
Aragorn
Aragorn
open.
But this time we're the dads.
Hey,
Yes,
Glenn,
currently you're the dads.
Yeah, Daryl, we should definitely keep going. But before we do, and then Normal kind of shakes off Henry and cranks the thermostat up back to season 2 and turns to Hermie and says, Hermie, why? How are you? What's going on? I don't even know what you're like a what?
He just has two dads, man. Like, why are you weird about that?
Yeah.
This is really
homophobic. No, Hermie is actually looking at you, even despite his Joker makeup, more pale than usual.
Uh-oh.
And he goes, but I don't know who any of these people are. Am I adopted? I can't be adopted.
Talk to me, Herm.
Oh my God. My parents, the ultimate performance was the one my parents have done my whole life, telling me that they were my biological parents. Who am I? Who is Hermie?
So you never seen that guy, the weird hell guy, or the weird fedora guy in your life? You don't know who either of them are?
No, I've met my grandparents, and it's not
Oh.
these people, so I have no idea.
we don't
It's almost
really-
like I feel like I got scammed.
Man, that sucks.
And I was so ready to be all Poison Ivy sexy and stuff, and then this happened, and now I don't even
You
know
can
which
still be
way.
Poison Ivy sexy if you want to. You
man.
can be whoever
And it
you want.
touches you on the nose. He goes, I know I can.
Hey, whatever happened back there, man, doesn't change what your life has been so far. So, like,
And what
Hey,
happened to you? In the
yeah.
past.
And just because like your parents are total losers doesn't mean that you can't be like the coolest person ever.
yeah, also join the club. All
I
our
mean,
parents
I know
suck.
You
that
think
you
I'm the
can't.
coolest person ever?
No,
Scary.
no.
He called me the coolest
No.
person. He flips a
No.
coin and he goes, you just got on my good side.
Oh,
You want to know how I got this confidence?
no.
Girl complimented me once.
You know what we're going to do, Hermie? We're going to put this in mystery, this adventure. This is going on the list, too. This is going to be like a side adventure that we try to solve while we're solving the main adventure, okay? So we're going to figure out what the deal is here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I'll deal with it myself. I'm going to go internal now. I'm going to do the Stanislavski method. I'm going to...
No,
No?
Hermie, you need to embrace this. You don't need to be the Joker or Poison Ivy or Two-Face. You don't need to be any of those characters. You can just be you. It's okay.
I also got hit with a cone of cold, so I'm kind of Mr. Freeze.
Okay, well, you don't need to be any, just like,
Just be yourself,
you
man.
can just be yourself. Who is Hermie?
Who is... You see what you said hit him like a physical wave. Who is Hermie? And he just goes, who is Hermie? Who is Hermie? And he looks down and keeps just muttering it to himself. Who's Hermie? Who's Hermie? He's not really there.
You can be Mr. Freeze if that's going to get us through this. That's okay.
An amalgamation
figure
of
it out later.
Batman characters. That's cool too, Hermie.
It's going to be a cold night.
All right,
All
let's
confidence comes back to him.
let's just go through this door
Yeah.
here.
Hey, Dad, before we open this, anything we should know before we open this door?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Do you guys want to like open this door like as us or like?
I remember there was a kind of an argument that happened. It was like awkward between Lark and his dad. So I guess be prepared for that.
Oh, so if we want the cool drama, we have to switch back. to-
All right. Scary, go ahead.
Yeah, I guess.
Zoop.
Well, I don't know if I want to. Okay, all right, guys.
Yeah.
Lark, Sparrow,
Hey.
come on. You stop goofing off. We're here on official Daddy's business. So come on, boys.
Hey, and dads, real quick. Hey, I saw this movie once where this guy pushed through the door. I know we didn't do it on the first set of doors, but like maybe this set of doors we can push through like Aragorn in the Lord of the Rings movies.
Yeah, look, we can all admit that Aragorn is really hot and sexy, okay, Glenn? But like, I just feel like there's been a lot of silliness going on, and we're here on a mission, okay?
Daryl Link is like leaning down towards Grant, and he's like, I got a suspicious look. He goes, "Hey, son, make sure whenever you have a son, you let him eat ice cream at dinner." Just like look around, like I wonder if that worked.
So you said that to Grant?
I said that to Grant.
Grant, who's still your adult dad in a kid's body, is like, do you want me to give you more ice cream when we get home?
Isn't this the past?
It's still me. I'm still really here.
It's still me. Yeah, you didn't give me any ice cream. I don't remember you giving me more ice cream.
I'll
give you more ice cream.
Henry Normal looks at Daryl Lincoln and is like, no, look, it's time travel. It's just like that movie Primer.
And that's how Daryl died of a heart attack. All right, let's open the door.
Okay, so you open the door and you see...
Only Glenn Aragorn pushes in.
Yeah, everybody else just walks in.
You see rows and rows of pews hastily constructed out of shitty wood and rusty nails. And in the back of the church, at the other end of the church, which is currently empty, you see a throne sitting on it.
It's the nave. Sorry.
The nave? That's what that area is called?
Nave.
The nave. Okay, so yeah, you enter and you see the nave of the church, and it's very
The central
big.
part of a church.
Central part of a church.
Hey, Daryl.
And-
Hey, Daryl. Check out the craftsmanship on the pews.
Pretty
in the
nice nave this church just got here.
Well, minus the craftsmanship on these pews, huh?
Yeah, a little wobbly. I take a seat, but they feel good on the behind. Ready to hear the word of God.
She's got a great ass.
That's great.
Henry, but not normal, gets advantage, gets an inspiration. You feel psychic energy of a very
As you do in
chaotic,
church.
You do, yeah.
as a of a chaotic and disturbing nature coming from the throne. Scam actually goes, "Ooh, I'm getting a lot of doodler jizz coming out of that throne."
Oh, no.
Yeah, we talked about this. We have kids around.
Sorry. Doodler semen coming out of that.
Thank
I'm so
you.
sorry.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Ooh, sitting in that might be awfully dangerous, but it seems like that's what we're looking for, is a way to look into the doodler's mind. I could give it a shot.
I mean, I know you've
Oh,
been...
what? Is it because I'm a little scamp and
Yeah.
you're worried I'm going to do something untoward?
We just can't trust that scamp.
You know what they say, fool me 73 times, shame on you, fool me 74 times, and I've been keeping track, and this is the 74th time I could have been potentially fooled by you, because there were a lot of crazy scams you pulled.
Yeah. Fool 74 times, your head detonates because we've programmed you just like the Suicide Squad.
Scam actually
This is all the time. Daryl says it. Daryl holds up the detonator.
You know what's crazy? You know what's fucking insane? As I was literally about to say that. I was literally going to have Scam actually push up his fedora and go, well, actually, since you put that explosive inside my skull, I can't fuck you over that badly without risking detonation. So I'm pretty sure it'll be okay. I could give it a shot. And if not, you can always pop my head, as we like to say.
Okay.
So Scam actually sits in the throne and he goes, and he goes, aw. And he stands up and he goes, I don't feel a connection to it. I think it's looking for something simpatico, something that it's connected with in terms of its doodler DNA. So I guess it's going to be one of you oak boys.
Not my beautiful boys, I'll do it.
Lark goes, no, I can do it.
Lark, I'm not going to let, this is crazy dangerous. I'm not going to let you do that.
And Lark goes, I know it's crazy dangerous. So the last time that we saw Lark as an audience, he was a kid. Now Lark walks towards you with a little bit more of a bowed angle to his spine, bags under his eyes, doesn't dress himself that well. His hair's kind of messy in a way that is unfortunately very attractive to people of his age
I
group.
can fix him.
Yeah, exactly. And he goes, no, I'm going to do this. If it's going to put you in any more danger, it's going to be me, like the end.
No,
So
Lark, I can't. No,
No.
buddy, come
No.
on.
It was kind of his fault that this whole thing
Shut the
started.
fuck up, Ron. Jeez,
Okay.
come on.
he's right. Ron's right. Okay, I fucked over everybody. And it's my fucking fault. Maybe it's your fault for not stopping me. I don't know. I'm going to fucking do it. And he just starts walking forward.
I step in front of him.
And he hits you in the face. He turns and he punches you in the face. And he goes, this is my fault. All of this is my fault. I have to be the one to fix it. And you won't punish me. Everything you say, it's fine. It's fine. I forgive you. It's all good. You see, like, people make mistakes. People don't make mistakes like this. Okay, this is a mistake that I'm the only one who can fix it. I have to fix it. And if somebody's gonna die for it, it's gonna be me. You stupid fucking idiot. If you had been better,
I'm not gonna let you do this, Lark. I
is-
grab him and I'm literally trying to hold him back.
He punches you again in the stomach, and the wind gets knocked out of you.
Daryl steps. He's not getting involved, but he's going to step in between the throne and this happening in case he does get past Henry.
Henry, as you double over with your stomach hurt, he goes, if you'd been a better father, I wouldn't be like this. This is my fault, but it's your fault too. You fucked this up. We fucked this. I don't know. This fucking needs to happen. And so the note I gave you early on in the episode is my thoughts for how Henry might react to this. And if you want to follow that, you can. If you don't have to.
Lark, I'm sorry, man. Like, I can't, it's okay. Okay? It's all right. You're a kid. You were an even younger kid when this all happened. This isn't your fault, okay? And if you're blaming yourself, I forgive you, all right? We're all in this together, and this is too dangerous. You know, we know what this thing can do, and you're right, it is my fault. It is my fault that all of this happened. And if anyone is going to get up there, it's going to be me. I know that you have all these pain and I have all these feelings, but I can't watch you get killed. I can't watch something else horrible happen to you. You have to let me do this, okay?
Lark is looking at you for a second, and he's not moving, and he's not even emoting at you, and it's very confusing. And then for a second, he shimmers. And Daryl behind you...
I was about to say I was looking for Sparrow, damn it.
Yeah, Daryl behind you, you see that Sparrow was the person who was fighting your dad, and that Lark is the one who sneaks around and goes, sorry. And he sits down in the throne, and immediately his back arches with pain, and darkness shoots out of his eyes, and he begins to bellow in pain for what actually is a couple seconds, but feels like minutes.
I run up to him. I'm going to try to pull him off the throne.
The second your hands touch him, you feel, in order, love, confusion, betrayal, sadness, and deep anger. And the heaviness of those emotions make you feel like you can't even move, and Lark can't even move.
I'm obviously trying to help Henry, but I'm assuming.
Yeah, same kind of vibe hits all of you as you touch. There's just no way to get him off there. But after a couple seconds, the darkness fades from his eyes, and he...
Lark! Oh my God, are you okay?
And he looks at you with just a lot of fury in his eyes, a fury that is very familiar to you over the past couple of years, of a tiredness, a sadness, and a self-hatred. And he says, we just gotta fucking kill it. We gotta kill it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about what I saw. We're gonna fucking kill it. We're gonna kill it.
Okay, I love you.
In that moment, as you say, I love you, the memories all kind of end and freeze. And this is as much as the Church of the Doodler remembers in this timeline. So if you want to switch back to the current timeline, you can.
This cutscene's over. We gotta flip it.
Hey, Ron, you want
Or yeah,
to... Oh, yeah,
yes.
sorry. It was scary. Yeah. Oh, wow. Really?
You?
Oh, you really get in your own head there. That was intense.
Normal kind of takes a step back, and just his eyes are welling with tears. I was like, oh my God.
You all right, buddy?
Yeah, I mean...
So in the present tense, the throne is still there.
Mm-hmm.
You can do what you wish.
Well,
holy shit.
I got to see what he saw.
No, because
I start walking towards
way.
the...
No, I start
let
holding,
me do this.
I start holding...
Look, I don't have a twin to rope-a-dope you with, man, but we need to know what he saw.
No,
because we need to know how to beat it.
You're like my brother now, though. You just said, like, you can't just... You just saw what happened.
And you saw...
The answer they got was the bad answer. Like, we don't need to know what's in there, dude.
But man, there's so much I don't know about my freaking family, man. Like, I'm going nuts over here. I don't know why they hate me so much. And maybe something in there will tell me what I need to know to be at peace with them, man. This is like, the
answers aren't in there.
You don't fucking understand this, okay?
The answers
you don't
aren't
understand.
in there.
You need to back off. Okay, you're not my brother. You guys aren't my family. That's my family. This is all this whole fucked up thing, and we need to know what's going on, and we need to know what they know, so just let me do it.
The answers are here with us, dude. Like, no, I'm not your brother, but I'm your friend. I can't let you do that. Guys, help me out here. I try to hold him.
Grant just sits there and sort of watches and is like, this is what I was worried would happen. Lark never told us what he saw. I asked him a million times. He never told me what he saw. So if there is something in here, Lark didn't die. Maybe Norman will be fine.
Whatever happened, we need to know everything we can to stop this thing. I can't live with this in my heart anymore. Come on, like I think deep down I've always known the only reason my dad couldn't, feel the way that dads are supposed to feel about me is probably he knows that I got to inherit all this horrible shit someday. So you just gotta let me do this, okay?
Okay, man. Like, you do what you have to do. We're here for you. But I don't.
Well, I don't know about. Actually, yeah, I guess we are. I guess even if you're not related to this thing, it still comes back to haunt you.
What I'm about to do is so fucking goth and so metal. I wish it could be you. I wish it could be you because I know that you would think this was super cool, but one of us has to do it, and I think it's got to be me. So
then I guess rock on, Norm.
Link, Taylor, Hermie, Scary, Grant. I'm just listing people in the room because I'm scared now. I love you all. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. And I start chanting that as I go towards the thing.
Each step, like, yeah.
Hermes starts stomping and clapping his hands.
We've got spirit. Yes, we do. We've got spirit. How about you? And I sit down on the throne.
In that moment, your mind explodes with possibility and space and time. You immediately feel yourself zooming through the consciousness of a creature that is older than time and more intelligent than
Jordan Peterson.
David Mamet. Jordan
Whoa.
Peterson. Yeah. Imagine.
Oh my God, we need to clean the Doodler's room.
Imagine the intelligence of Jordan Peterson combined with the sex appeal of Jordan Peterson.
Oh my God, stop it, Anthony.
And the Kermit-like voice of
Jordan Peterson. You look into the Doodler's mind and you can feel all of its memories stretching out from birth to now. And you feel yourself being drawn toward the very, very first memory. You can go in the direction of finding out what it wants or what it fears. Which do you want to go for?
I'm going to go for... This is a real video game moment where I'm like, am I going to get to do both? Or am I going to... I like to quick save.
Save a version of this
F5,
podcast.
F5.
I'm going to seek out what it fears.
When you think of the word fear, you zoom to a memory from the middle of its lifespan. And you feel yourself inside the body of a quick-talking newspaper gal.
Great Grandma Hildy, I wrote a book report on her in 6th grade.
She is being quietly, insidiously, and subtly gaslit and insulted and abused by her son, Barry, who is tucking her into bed and taking away all of her agency and all of her resources and all of her money and is smiling the entire time that he does it. And you feel, as the Doodler, the sense of pain and hate.
This little brat can't do that to me. I want a fucking Pulitzer.
Yeah. You feel that resentment, and then you feel from Barry that sense of quiet loathing and selfishness. What gets you more than anything is the feeling of once he leaves the room, Hildy is in Oakvale, this beautiful forest, but she is completely alone in her bed, and there is no one that she loves around her, and she feels completely and utterly and totally isolated as she dies. And when she dies, you feel your consciousness shift into Barry, and the fear goes away, because to be afraid of losing something you love, you have to be able to love really hard. And so that fear sort of goes away. But the fear that you found was that fear of loneliness, being Hildy on her deathbed.
Okay, I would like to now circle back and figure out what this thing wants.
Great. So this is a Telltale game. You get to do both. Yes. So to find out what it wants, you go all the way back to its very, very first memory. First, there is not just darkness, but the absence of darkness, the absence of anything, the nothingness of nothingness. And then very suddenly there's a bright light, and you hear the sound of a film reel going, and you look around you and you see lots of glowing rods on the walls. You see a really, really handsome Asian actor that gives you untoward thoughts. You see a young stuntman in a newsy cap.
It gives you untoward thoughts.
You see a cowardly line producer holding a script, and you see who you will eventually join with the image of the lady journalist. And you feel confusion, but awe and wonderment at what's surrounded you. All these feelings, all these sensations, all these new people. Then you find yourself getting bigger and bigger, wanting to interact with these people. And you hear the people screaming, you hear fear from them, and you see the line producer reaching out his hand to shake your hand as his mind leaves him, and you try to embrace him. But as you do so, you feel his bones getting crushed under your might and your weight, and you accidentally murder him, and you suddenly feel very, very scared and very sad because all you wanted to do was hug him and say hello. And then you see the stunt man looking down into you as you get bigger and bigger to try to hug him as well, maybe, and say sorry for what you did to his friend, and you end up consuming him as well and hurting him. And the one person who remains living in this group, the journalist, you try to join with, and you decide not to hug her, not to show your love, because your love hurts people so much. You decide to instead go inside her and hide yourself and join with her. And as the years goes by, as you sort of very quickly speed read through almost the rest of his memories, you see the Doodler glimpsing Ron and Willie. You see a boy almost getting drowned in the water, and you reach out to try to save the boy, but the boy leans back and the father goes in instead, and you accidentally grab the father who was trying to drown the boy, and you join with him. And the second that you join with him, you feel his indifference and his hopelessness and his spite and his selfishness, and it inhabits you. And then you feel being inside two young boys, Lark and Sparrow, and all the excitement and all the wonder and all the love in the world. But then you feel the sting of betrayal from both having your back stabbed by your son and being your son in that moment. And in that moment, you feel the resentment grow from within Lark towards himself. You feel that resentment for everyone and everything. You hate it. It's your fault. Everything is bad. Every time you try to love someone, every time you try to touch someone or reach out to someone, they hurt and it's bad. And you just want more than anything to make it all go away, however you can. You don't want to be alone, but you don't want to be near anybody else. You want to destroy all of this stuff. And these emotions and these feelings that you're feeling are so strong and so terrible that you decide you want to live without them. And you calcify these emotions and feelings into anchors, into physical objects, and you hide those across the many planes of existence, hoping that their absence from your body would allow you a freedom from those emotions. But they're too strong, and even the radiation of those emotions still allow you to feel them as if they were right here. But you know in this moment that the anchors are the thing keeping the Doodler here. Even though the Doodler doesn't realize it, because it is, at this point, basically a child lashing out at everything around it out of confusion and self-loathing, its anchors are the things that are allowing it to maintain a foothold in all of these planes while it tries to reach out and alternately get humanity to love it and punish it for not loving it and all the complicated feelings they're in. And in a sense, it looks at humanity as its dad. And it deeply resents its dad, but also deeply loves its dad and wants that validation. But in this moment, you feel if you could go find those anchors and destroy them, the Doodler would not necessarily have anything keeping it here and could maybe pass back into that darkness from whence it came. And in that moment, the darkness leaves your eyes. You hear a really loud noise sort of come into your ears, and you realize it's the sound of you screaming. And slowly that stops and your throat stops hurting. And you are back in the world. You know now what it takes to get rid of the Doodler. You know what it's scared of, and you know what it wants.
Normal staggers out, and he drops to his knees, sobbing, and he looks at his friends, and he says, "We have to help it."
All our days whisked away, but is there something more to say? You know that no one knows us better than ourselves. Used to tell myself it'll be alright. Pretty lies let me sleep at night. I know that no one knows me better than myself. And I know I'll get this right. It's just a matter of time till we make it out alive. We gotta pick ourselves up and say, not today, no, not today. We live for tomorrow, make, steal, and borrow. Break where we can't change. We gotta pick ourselves up and say, not today, no, not today. I don't need your sorrow, come back tomorrow. I'll be on my way. I'll be on my way.
Dungeons and Daddies is Matt Arnold as Lincoln Lee Wilson, Anthony Burch is our DM, Will Campos as Normal Oak, Beth May as Scary Marlowe, and myself, Freddie Wong, as Taylor Swift. Our theme song is On My Way by Maxton Waller. Brian Fernandez is our content producer, Ashley Nicolette is our community manager, Esther Ellis is our lead editor, Travis Reeves provides additional editing, and Robin Rapp is our transcriber. We're supported on Patreon. You can get all kinds of ad-free episodes and access to our patron-specific Discord. So if you're looking for a community of like-minded people such as Jonathan Lamb, Max Steinen, Andrew Heiser, Viv Ling, Radiation, Joseph Gilligan, Liv, Nathan Russell, Imagine M, I am right now, it's a pretty good letter, Ed Schamberg, Alex Gallegos, Patrick Goonan, William Weigand, Jacob Guzman, Joel DeLabre, Christina Riccio, Alex Jones, not that one, Heather, Daniel Diffin, or Laser H. Our Patreon is the place to go. There's a lot of ways you can support this show. The obvious one is our Patreon at patreon.com/dungeonsanddads, which is great if you're looking for more content for your ear and eye holes, but Patreon isn't for everyone. I get it. That's why we got a merch store. Right now, if you head over to store.dungeonsanddads.com, you can get 20% off basically everything in the whole store. It's that Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Super Tuesday thing everyone does. And today, the day of the episode release, is the last day to get on it. So head on over to store.dungeonsandaddies.com. There you will find tons of stuff from Season 1 and Season 2, posters, totes, stickers, pins. The deck of Daddy things, by the way, will be back in stock later this week. We had to do 2 shipments from our manufacturer, so keep an eye out for that. And the easiest way to do that, follow us on social. We are Dungeons and Dads on Twitter. Our website is dungeonsanddads.com. Our subreddit is Dungeons and Daddies, and our next episode is going to be coming out Tuesday, December 13th. We will see you then.
We gotta pick ourselves up and say,
Glenn lights up a doob and is like, whew, outside of my pay grade.
Terry, I love you. I'm emotionally available now.